Hello everyone, welcome back to Python programming series. This is part 4 from module 1. This Python programming is there in VTU in first semester. Before starting, if you are BTech student and new to my channel, then subscribe to it for more videos like this. Let us start with the topics covered in this video. Break statement, how the break statement works in Python. Continuous statement, what it will do. Paired data, nested loops for nested data. These are all the topics covered in this part 4 of module 1 video. And these concepts are very important in Python programming as well. The first one is break statement in Python. What is break statement? Break is used to exit the loop immediately. Wherever I use break statement inside the loop, it will exit the loop immediately. Come out of that loop immediately. After break, the program continues with the first statement after the loop body. After break, it will execute the first statement after the loop body. It will come out of that loop body and execute what's there after that loop body. Let us see with an example. Stop on odd number. It will stop when we will get odd number. For we have taken for loop here. For I in 12, 16, 17, 24 and 29. These are all the elements in the list we have taken. And 5, if I modulus of 2 is equal to 1, which means if the number is odd, when we take this condition, if the number is odd, it will break the loop immediately. It will exit the loop immediately, come out of that loop and print whatever the result I got before this condition is true. That 12 and 16 I will get. 17, when I get 17, immediately it will come out of that loop and print I. After the loop body I have print done. It will print done as well. Let us see the output here. 12, 16 and done. It will print 12 and 16. When I get 17, it will stop the loop, break the loop immediately and come out of that loop. It will print I, which is 12 and 16. And after the loop body I have print done. It will print done. Here loop stops when I is odd. Numbers before the first order are printed. Numbers before first order are printed. And done is printed after the loop body. Very simple, right? Break statement, how exactly it will work? It will break the loop, exit the loop immediately whenever the given condition is true. And it won't execute the next iterations. It will stop the iteration there only. Very simple, right? And we have 3 types of loops here. That is pre-tested, middle tested and post-tested loops. Here in pre-tested loop, standard for and while loops are pre-tested loops. Here for and while loops are pre-tested loops. Condition is checked before the loop of the body executes. Before the loop of the body executes, it will check the condition, which is called as pre-tested loop. And break and return allow you to modify this behavior. I can use break and return. I can modify this behavior as well. Middle test loop pattern. Sometimes we want to check the condition in the middle of the loop. For example, summing user input until a special value is entered. Let us see with an example. Total is equal to 0 initially. While true, response is equal to input, enter the next number. Here a variable total is created to store the sum of all numbers entered by the user and it is initially set to 0. While true means this creates an infinite loop, meaning the code inside will keep running until you manually stop it by using break statement. And here the program asks the user to type a number, enter the number, enter the next number, and whatever the user types, it's stored as string in the variable response here. And if response is equal to or response is equal to -1, means if it is blank space or -1, If either condition is true, the break statement stops the loop immediately. It will stop the loop. Total plus equal to int response. If the user entered a valid number, it's converted from string to an integer by using int response, and that number is added to the total. Print the total of the numbers you entered is total. Here, once the loop ends, this prints the sum of all entered numbers. Here, if I enter 10, 20 and 30 and I will exit the loop by using -1 or blank space. It will print as the total of the numbers you entered is, it will give 60. The sum of 10, 20 and 30 is 60. That's the output I will get. Here you have to enter the input here and check the condition, break if needed. If I enter -1 or blank space, it will break the loop immediately. Continue useful work, update the total. Continue with the remaining inputs and give the output, update the total. And I have used while loop here. It will keep repeating again and again until I say stop, that is break. This is the middle test loop pattern. Let us see post test loop pattern. It will check the exit condition at the end of the loop. It will check the exit condition and it will be at the end of the loop. It will ensure that the loop body execute at least once. The loop body has to execute at least once in this post test loop pattern. For example, interactive game. Let us see an example. While true, play the game once. Response is equal to input, play again, yes or no. If response is not equal to yes, it will break and print good boy. Let's see. This while loop is keep repeating until I say stop manually, and play the game once, which means this runs one round of the game, like one turn or one match. Response equal to input. It will ask the user after the game ends, do you want to play again? Play again. And store the answer of the variable answer in the variable that responds. And if the player's answer is not yes, the loop stops here, which means it will break the loop. When the loop ends, it will print the good boy to say game is finished. Here it will keep repeating until I say stop. Here it has to run at least one round of the game, which means one match or one turn. And after one match ends, it will ask the player, do you want to play again? If the player says no, which means response is not equal to yes, and it will print goodbye. It is useful when you want to iterate at least one time. When you want to execute the loop at least once, this is very useful. Let us see the key points in break statement. Break means use it when you want to exit the loop immediately. Pre-test loop means condition is checked before. Middle means check the condition during the loop, and it will check the condition at the end of the loop, that is post-test loop. While true means it is a common Python pattern for loops with internal exit conditions. And the second concept is continuous statement in Python. What is continuous statement? It is used to skip the rest of the loop body for the current iteration. The loop continues with the next iteration. Here let us see with an example. For I in 12, 16, 17, 24, 29, 30. These are all the elements in list. If I modulus of 2 is equal to 1, if the number is odd, it will continue. Means skip that iteration. Whenever I will get the odd number, it will skip that iteration and continue with the next iteration. This is how exactly the continue statement works in Python. It will skip that current iteration and continue with the next iterations in the list. And it will come out of that loop after it completes and print done. Let us see the output 12, 16, 24, 30 and done. 12, 16, 24, 30 and done. Here it won't give the result as 17 and 29 because these two are odd numbers. It will skip this current iteration and continue with the next iteration. This is continue statement in Python. Here in this example, I modulus of 2 equal to 1 means it will check whether it is odd or even. If it is odd, continue skips the print I line. It will skip the print I line, and loop moves to the next number in the list. It will skip that current iteration and move to the next iteration. Done is printed after the loop. Done will print after the loop execution. Here continue means skip the current iteration only. Loop doesn't terminate. Here it will continue with the loop. It will skip only that particular point wherever the condition is true, and useful when you want to ignore the certain items but still continue the loop. Whenever you want to ignore some particular items in the list, you can use this continue statement and it will continue with the remaining loop. And the third concept is paired data in Python. What is paired data? Sometimes we want to group two related pieces of information together. I want to take two related pieces of information together. For example, name and date of birth, age, anything. Two information I want to group together. Let us see. In Python, we can make a pair using parenthesis. I can pair two information together by using parenthesis. For example, year born is equal to Paris Hilton 1981. Here I have two information, that is Paris Hilton and 1981. I have grouped these two information together. This is called as paired data. Here Paris Hilton and 1981 are paired together. These two are paired together. List of pairs. Let us see. This is a paired data. How the list of pairs appear. We can store many pairs in a list. Here I have stored only one pair of data, but I can store many pairs in a list. Let us see. Celebrity is equal to Brad Pitt 1963, Jack Nicklaus 1937 and Justin Bieber 1994. I have taken three pairs of information in a list that is stored in the celebrities. This is called list of tuples. I can say it as list of tuples. I have many pairs here. That's why I can call it as list of tuples. Let us see how exactly I can access the particular items in the list. Print celebrities, which means it will print all the celebrities. I can get the output as Brad Pitt 1963, Jack Nicklaus 1937, Justin Bieber 1994. It will print everything whatever is there in the celebrities. Print length of celebrities, which means number of pairs in the list. How many number of pairs present in the list, it will take that as length and print in output, which I have Brad Pitt 1963, which is first pair, Jack Nicklaus 1937 second pair, and Justin Bieber 1994, which is third pair. I have three pairs of items here. That's why it will print as three elements. Each element is a pair. Each element is a pair, which means tuple. That's why I can call it as list of tuples. This is a tuple. It is a list of tuples. When I take length of celebrities, it will print the pair, number of pairs in the list. Okay, number of pairs. Let us see accessing the data in pairs. Example, print names of celebrities born before 1980. If I want to access the particularly who born before 1980, For name, year in celebrities, if year is less than 1980, this is the condition. Whoever born before 1980, I have to access the names of that celebrities. Let us see. Output will be here for name, year in celebrities if year is less than 1980. Let us see in the program before 1980, 1963 Brad Pitt, and 1937 we have Jack Nicklaus. Here Justin Bieber born after 1980. That's why it will print only Jack Nicklaus and Brad Pitt. Let us see the output. We have Brad Pitt and Jack Nicklaus. We have asked to print the name of that celebrity. In for loop, instead of single variable, we use two variables, that is name and year. Each iteration assigns name, which includes first element of the pair. If I take name is the first element of that pair, year is the second element of the pair. In previous example, I have told you year born is equal to Paris Hilton. This is first element of the pair. This is the second element of the pair. And loop runs once for each pair in the list. It will run each pair in the list. Here tuple means group of related data together. Group of related data together is called as tuple. I will explain tuples in detail in module 2. List of tuples means store many pairs. You can store many pairs. That is called as list of tuples. And for name, year in list, it will unpack each pair into two variables in the loop, in which one variable is name, which is string data type, and another is the year, which is integer data type. Easy way to handle structured data in Python. You can handle the structured data type in Python by using paired data and tuples. And the last concept in this video is nested loops for nested data in Python. Here, what is nested data? Sometimes a list contains more lists. That is list inside a list, which is called as nested data. For example, a list of students where each student has name, a list of subject they are enrolled in. For example, if I take a list of students, it contains the name of the student and they enrolled in subject. What are all the subjects they have enrolled in? This is the students, which is list of student. Here the students list has the students along with the subjects they have enrolled. Here I have John, Lucy, Jess, Sarah and Zuki. These are all the student names. They have enrolled in computer science, physics, maths, statistics, and these are all the subjects. This particular student has enrolled in these subjects. Lucy is enrolled in maths, computer science and statistics. Jess is enrolled in these subjects. And likewise, and if I want to print the student names and number of courses, for name, subjects in students, print name, it will print the student name. Takes, length of subject means how many subjects are there in the students. Means he has taken 2 students. That will it will print John takes, it will print takes as it is. Length of the subject means he has taken 2 subjects. That way it will print 2 courses. John takes 2 courses. For example, Wusi, it will take Wusi as name and takes as it is. Length of the subjects means 3 subjects are there, 3 courses. Wusi takes 3 courses. This is the output. It will print for all the students. Let us see the output. The outputs are John takes 2 courses, Wusi takes 3 courses, Jess takes 4 courses, Sarah takes 4 courses, Zuki takes 5 courses. This is the output that I will get. And count how many students has taken computer science. Let us see how exactly you can access the student data, that how many students has taken computer science. We need a counter here to count how many students has taken computer science subject. Use nested loop to check the each subject for each student. Here we are checking each subject for each student, whether the computer science is there or not. That's why we use nested loop. And counter is 0 to count, and it's initialized to 0 in starting. For name subjects in students, it will go to name and check the subjects in students. If yes in subjects means, if the yes equal to computer science, yes means computer science, counter plus equal to 1, and it will print the number of students taking computer science is, it will count and print the output at the end, which is the number of students taking computer science is 3. It will count and give the output. Here we have more concise way here, which is you can skip the inner loop using counter is equal to 0 for name subjects in students. Directly you can take if computer science in subject, if the computer science subject is there in subjects, counter plus is equal to 1, and it will print the output directly. Here the outer loop goes to the each students. I have students list, and inner loop goes to the each subject in the student. Outer loop I have students names. In the example, this is outer loop, and in inner loop goes to the subjects. And counter keeps track of how many students have computer science. Here counter is used to count how many students have taken computer science. Using computer science in subject makes it simpler. If I take computer science directly, it is very simple to find you. The output. Let us see the key points present in nested list. Nested list means it contains the list, which means list inside the list. It is called as nested list. Nested loop means I have a loop. Again inside that loop, I have one more loop, which is called as nested loop. It is useful for structured or hierarchical data. For example, CDs with song titles, movies with actors, students with subject. It's all about part 4 video in module 1 in Python programming. In this video, I have covered break statement, continuous statement, paired data, nested loops for nested data. These are all the topics covered in this video. And in part 1, I have explained the way of program, variables, expressions and statements, and iteration. These are all the topics I have explained in part 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3. And functions I will explain you in part 5. Make sure you watch part 1, 2, 3 because if you understood basic concepts, then only you can understand the next concepts in the module. That's why make sure you watch those. And functions is the part 5 video. Thank you very much for watching, and share this video with your friends. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And if you want me to explain any particular topic or subject, let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you in the part 5 video.